Area here is like Central Ybor. On just the illness itself, the drugs that we're taking, you know, we're not. Guys, today is now Thursday. It is the 28th, and right now I'm just getting myself together. We are going to go to the airport and pick up our house guest that we have for about a week or so. And he comes in about 5:30. He was supposed to come in at 4, but he had a delay in Atlanta, so bad weather or something. So yeah, he comes in at 5:30. And then Dan comes in about 6:10, something like that. He had to go to Texas on Tuesday, and his nephew's wife, Candy, who we had went to see a few weeks ago, she passed away on Sunday. So, you know, I will get into all that and talk about that a little bit more, a little bit later on, just kind of letting things settle down and whatnot. But she had ocular melanoma, I think it was in the form of cancer. It had originally started behind one of her eyes, and like 8 years ago they found it, and it just spread from there. So yeah, so he'll be here flying in about 10 after 6:09, whatever the hell time it is, and leave there. We'll probably go get some dinner and come home and just relax. So I would definitely take you guys with me. I'll probably chit chat a little bit on the way just to give me something to do. And okay guys, we are on our way to the airport to pick up Mr. Daniel and guest. And I'm what is this guy doing? Did y'all see that? Anyway, so Dan's flight is on time. However, our guest that's coming in, his flight was delayed, so he did not come in at 4 o'clock. It is now 5:06. So, ended up being both of their flights are pretty much going to come in at the same time, within a few minutes of each other. So, you know, that worked out. So that's what we're doing. Going to pick them up. We decided we're going to go get some pizza, and on the way home. And after that, we're just going to chill out, relax a little bit. I have to get up. Well, we have to get up early. Dan has an early appointment in the morning. I have a Remicade infusion in the morning as well. So tomorrow's going to be kind of a long day. But so yeah. That's what we're doing. We are headed out. I'm just listening to some tunes, doing the proper speed limit, sort of, and that's it. Alright guys,
That's just nuts. They might as well just round it out to 10%.
I'm getting educated on taxes. Good morning. Today is now Sunday. I haven't done anything. Well, obviously the last clip you guys seen was on, what day did I have to pick you guys up? Thursday, on the way to the airport. I got a frog in my throat. We know where the frog's at, James.
Okay.
Anyway, so the house guest did arrive. He ended up, like I told you guys before, he was late. Dan got there before he did, and yeah, that was it. He was supposed to be in at 4, like I told you guys. He didn't get in till 6. No.
Yeah, about 6.
Okay, Dan.
What?
The combined sales tax rate for Leavenworth, Kansas is 9.5%. This is the total of state, county, and city sales tax rates. The Kansas state sales tax rate is 6.5. Leavenworth County sales tax rate is 1%. So the city is 2%.
So actually your sales tax is only 6.5%. So
The state
sales tax.
Yeah.
That's
But
what
the county sales tax is 1%, and the city sales tax is 2%, which brings it up to 9.5%.
our state says.
That is insane. In other words, what James is saying, he's getting screwed with taxes in Kansas, excuse me. That was the topic of discussion this morning.
Yep. But you know, at least they're not taxing my retirement pay.
True.
That would be a bunch of money.
True. I had just never heard of them taxing Social Security. That just kind of threw me back. But anyway. So yeah, so today is Sunday. We are on our way to Cracker Barrel to get breakfast. Damn. And meeting up with William and Julia. And just hang out with them for a bit. And I don't know, what do we got planned for today?
We'll probably go over their place.
We
Have
are?
some wine or something. Need to do a little grocery shopping. Need to get everything we need to go fishing tomorrow.
They're going fishing tomorrow. Yeah, let me get up off here when I can talk a little bit more plain. I can't talk right. So, unless you want to sit here and listen to them talk about taxes, or that we can do that too. No problem.
And y'all are only 2.5% less than.
Well, we're 7%.
Yep.
Yeah, we're 7%.
6% for the state, 1% for the county, and nothing for the city of Bay Net Point.
Right.
We don't pay property tax on the vehicles.
No, we don't. Get this. In Kansas, apparently, when you buy a vehicle, you pay your taxes on the vehicle. And then along with your, insurance and your tags every year or whatever, you also pay a property tax just like you would on a home.
Yeah, based on the value of the car.
Based on the value of the car. Dan and I have never heard of that, but
I've heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Massachusetts.
You guys want to hear about taxes? I'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so Dan and James got back from fishing, and ironically enough, they did catch a few things. I'm not sure exactly what they caught. I can't remember. Nonetheless, we are now going through Tarpon Spring to go get seafood, rather than doing the fish fry that I had told you guys it might have taken place. So, anyway. So, anybody want to care to explain that situation?
We'll do the fish fry tomorrow.
And these people just think they can just walk out in front of people. Well, there is a stop thing.
Here's the sponge thing.
Yeah. Sponge docks.
It's quiet down here.
Nothing to say, James?
Nope.
Basically, I think what it is, they were just, by the time they got back, it was hot, they were
I
tired,
don't feel like cooking.
and didn't feel like doing nothing, so can't fault them for that. And they have good fudge, by the way. We need to get some fudge.
Yeah, good linguine.
So where we're going now is called Rusty Bellies. Dan thinks he already knows what he's getting, which is what is it you're getting?
Linguine with clam sauce.
Linguine with clam sauce. James doesn't, I'm sure he's going to look at the menu, so he probably doesn't know for sure yet. I am going to stick with what is called
Oh, it might be close.
is it Curly Susie Q? Curly Sue, which is basically shrimp and grits. Then again, we may not be.
It may be closed.
Go
on.
ahead.
Let's see if these people get in.
Well, ain't this interesting? We may not be going in.
I don't think they will. Huh?
Let me go see.
Okay.
James is going to go check.
Well, we'll go back to Carrabba's.
Well, we may have to go back to Carrabba's.
Or we can go to the Greek restaurant over there.
They may be closed. I don't know. We'll find out.
Wow.
Yeah, we may end up going to Hellas, which is a
Greek restaurant.
Greek restaurant down here. So, we shall see. And it my partial in, sorry.
I'd say it's closed.
So, wait till he comes back and we'll get the consensus.
They be closed on Mondays.
Well, then, you want to do Hellas while we're down here?
Well, you do the Hellas or Mama's, either one.
Do Hellas.
Guess we're going to Hellas.
So that won't be seafood.
No. Well, at Ella's you can get like red snapper.
I am not getting
tattoo
seafood.
shop.
We're going to a Greek restaurant.
It's good. And they do it Greek style.
I'm gonna get souvlaki, maybe.
Slohu?
Souvlaki.
What is that?
It's I think it's the stuffed cabbage.
It's a tattoo shop. I might get my tattoo. Let's get my tattoo touched up. Well, that's a bummer. I kind of had a taste for the shrimp and grits, but so I guess another time. Yeah, Hell's is pretty good. But yeah, so is Mama's. But yeah, this is the little tourist area of Tarpon Springs, and it's just the Greek community. They got all the little storefronts. It's a tourist trap, is what it is.
You just pass the street to go into it.
And right there's Hello's.
Go around the block.
And they look pretty darn busy.
Yeah, their food's good.
Yep, pretty busy. Okay, so we did end up at Hello's. James is probably thinking I'm nuts because I'm always talking to myself, or so he thinks. But anyway, so yeah, this is where we're at Hello's. And that's the little address for where we are in Tarpon. And I have decided on getting the spinach and cheese pies. So I guess it comes with some kind of rice and a potato and a vegetable from what the guy was saying. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I don't know what these guys are. What are you doing?
I may do the same thing, or I might do this combination platter.
And yes, we are outside. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're doing, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so I got my on, yeah. I got my shrimp, Jesus Christ, I'm so sick on the shrimp. The spinach, cheese pie with the rice, feet, and sweet peas. Dan got the same thing, and I don't know what it is. Give it a second, it's got a mouthful. Moussaka, which is casserole. Is that what I was going to read? Meat. Okay. That's what I was going to get the first time before I changed my mind. Alright guys, we are going to eat. I have to tell you something. I was sitting here thinking a while ago. I was in the kitchen. I was kind of messing around, fiddling around the kitchen or whatever. And there are a few things that are bothering me. Sort of. Not bad, but just a couple things that are bothering me. Number one, if you remember in the last vlog, I think I mentioned it earlier when I was showing you the game room, if I put that footage in. If you didn't see that footage, it's not in there. Anyway, so we had gotten rid of one of the cars like a month ago, and we sold the Impala. So we're down to one vehicle, which is not that big of a deal until today. And it's not that big of a deal. Dan and James went camping. Or camping, oh my God. They went fishing. They went deep sea fishing. And I was sitting here and I was, kind of piddling around the house. And I'm like, noticing a couple of my wallflowers from Bath & Body Works were getting a little bit low. So I thought, well, I could just go up and grab one. Grab a couple. No. I don't have the car. They have the car. And there was something else that was like, well, I could just run to the store and grab it. No. They have the car. This is the first time in 30 years that I have been, or that we have been basically, down to one vehicle between the two of us. And I don't like it. I mentioned it before. I don't like this whole stuck like Chuck feeling. I think I mentioned it before. I don't. Anyway, yeah. The good news is, I'm doing a lot of ums. The good news is next week that will be hopefully rectified and we will have another vehicle. We kind of know what we want. It's just a matter of finding the right one. So, there's that. Another thing that was bothering me is I was looking over the footage from going to the airport to pick up Dan and James, and then yesterday going to Cracker Barrel for breakfast, and I noticed a lot of discoloration in my face. You may not be able to pick it up right now. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the footage when I get done, because the camera's a good distance away from me, so I don't know if it'll pick up. Plus I'm using a different camera. This is my good camera. My sit-down camera, if you will. It's not the one I take around, you know, vlogging on a just whatever. It's pretty much stays at home. It's on a tripod, it's mounted. It's what I use just for sitting down and doing whatever. Anyway, I don't like that. I didn't like what I seen. I just didn't like it. So I was thinking, I thought, well, I could always do what I did way back in the day when I was like in my 20s and early 30s or whatever. And nobody really could tell. But there for quite a while, because I've always had a discoloration issue anyway, on my arms, at my neck, on my face, whatever. So I would, a lot of times I would wear like a light foundation or something that really, really matched my skin tone. But nobody knew. And I got away with it. But I don't think I could get away with that now, because, you know, I'm a little bit older. I will be 50 in September. God. It's depressing. Anyway, I can't get away with that now, simply because, you know, Father Time has been scratching his little claws in certain areas to give me a little bit of a wrinkle here, crow's foot over here, you know, little dents here. The forehead's got all these little lines in there. Thanks to my dad, because my dad had those, so I took after him. And also, I noticed another thing I'm taking after my dad with. He had a lot of, well, not a lot. Well, no, yeah, he had quite a bit. I don't know if it's veins. I guess they're little red veins or capillaries, whatever, in his nose. I'm getting that. So, I would love to do something with that. But again, I don't think I can get away with that now, because, you know, when you do things like that, it doesn't, you'll look okay for a few hours, and then after that, when things start setting, things start cracking. So, and I didn't have to worry about that, you know, about that too much when I was younger, and I was able to get away with it, but I don't think I can do that now. So, I don't know what to do. And these cameras, even my little vlogging camera, which is the one I took with me, the one that I looked at and I was like, oh my God. You know, anything that records in high def really brings all that out. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. So there's that. I don't know. Anyway, I may go ahead and close this vlog out. I'm not sure. Like I said, I may put a little bit in after they get in from fishing, or I may include that. If you see it after this, obviously you know I did include it, but you will have to wait to see what happens, because I know they were going, like I said, they went deep sea fishing, and they were basically going for a grouper. But if they didn't get grouper, if they got those little, I can't remember what they called them, but if they didn't get the grouper, basically they were just going to give them away or throw them back, whatever. But they really wanted the grouper. So if they end up doing that and bring the grouper home, they're going to do a little fish right here tonight, and then I'll film some of that. If you don't see it in this vlog, Anyway, now on the 4th, which is Wednesday, today is still Monday, we are going to be going over to our friends William and Julia, which that's the couple we had breakfast with yesterday. Going over to their place and sitting up on the roof and watching fireworks and having apple pie and ice cream and all that good stuff. So that'll be cool. And then James goes home on Thursday. So, and when I say roof, they live in a condo building. Maybe it's considered townhomes. No, it's a condo. Anyway, it's pretty. They live up on the 9th floor, so it's pretty high up. So that'll be kind of cool. So I'll definitely take the camera there and do some filming there. Maybe they'll even, allow me to film them and put them on camera. They've never done that before. But they've never said no. It's just the opportunity has never arisen to where they were around when I was actually doing some heavy duty filming. So I don't know, maybe they will. So you might get to see them. Because a lot of people, I talk about so many people, and everybody seems to think they're imaginary because they're never seen on film. I talked about James for the longest time, and then I finally started putting him on camera, and they're like, oh, that's who that is. So, yeah, I talked about these people, and they're never seen, they're just heard about. Like my neighbors next door, Bill and Christine. It was the same way with my niece when Melissa was here. I had talked about her and going to see, whatever. And then all of a sudden, bam, she was here for a weekend, and we did the foreign candy challenge or taste or whatever that was. I can't remember what we called it, but which we need to do again. We did go back and forth on chats here a little while, but see, time is flying. This is another thing. I'm going to get into another sit-down video of the way this last month has been. Anyway, I know I'm all over the place, but we were, texting back and forth, whatever, chatting back and forth, and they were going to do we were going to do another type of video, but we were going to include her two girls in the video, so that'll be cool. Whenever we can get the time to do it. Like I said, this the last month, I was supposed to have gone over there and taken them out and taken them shopping. This started back in February. Dan had his issue with the pacemaker, and it's been non-stop ever since. We got through that, then we had the camping trips that were already pre-planned, we got done with that, and then, it's been one thing after another. So, and none of it could be helped, it's just things that, life happens, things come up, and that's pretty much that. But, anyway. I'm going to get off here for now. I'm actually going to close this vlog out, but I'm not going to do anything with it until they get back from fishing and see if they've caught anything, and we'll go from there. If not, I'll go ahead and get it all edited, put together, and get it up. So, and I guess that's it. Alright guys, I love you all for free. I will talk to you later, and the next vlog after this should be the 4th of July vlog, and hopefully I can get some good shots of fireworks and stuff over at their pad. So, alright, talk to you later. Love y'all. Bye.